Guys, chill out. It's fine. Let me start out by saying this. I'm not the biggest Borderlands fan. I've never played the games, so all I know is this movie. On one end, I can see how that's a problem. It blinds me from all the lore of the games, the backstories I don't know, and all the hidden things that matter to other people. What I couldn't even know to care about. I'm forced to trust this film will tell me everything I need to know to make a judgment call. On the other end, to go in blind is to go in without expectations and hope for the best. And how did it turn out? It was fine. It's fine. And, well, that's what it is. Look, this movie is weird because it feels safe, but it takes big chances. It feels very corny while also being very violent and graphic. There are moments where the humor slaps, but also moments with cringe dialogue about being the special. And honestly, kinda thought we were behind all that bullshit. And, for the record, I think any movie, video game or not, is bad when it's so very blatant with bad writing in the third act. Seriously. This movie was fine to okay in the first two acts, but the third act, back in the wastelands of Pandora, is where it falls so flat because we haven't gotten enough time with these characters. In every film with a team up of misfits, you have that one scene where they all kind of sit around because the doom is coming, right? In Suicide Squad, it was the bar scene. During Guardians of the Galaxy, it was in the prison. You need to make a personal connection at some point between the characters and thus with the audience. Not to mention the odd choice of sacrificing Kevin Hart, and I say this as a guy who's never written a film, do not fake a death of a character that we know will definitely survive. You pull that in a third film, but at this point, we don't know or even care about him enough to really be invested in who dies. If Rocket Raccoon had had that emotional journey he did in the first Guardians movie, I don't know if anyone would have really gone with it because we're just getting to know him. Versus part 3 where we've had plenty of time to get to know the characters. Same principle. How am I supposed to care about Kevin Hart's character almost dying if I barely even know the guy? He's a good person who does good things, but we haven't had time to really grow with him over the years. So faking his death or even putting his life in danger is unbelievable because Kevin Hart is a major star, but 2, we haven't had enough time. It's like killing off Superman in the second film. It makes no fucking sense. Additionally, all the special bullshit, look, I don't know if that's what's in the game, but there are definitely better ways of playing that up. Maybe get them lost in the mine shafts and then they reunite just in time to face the big bads. Also, Atlas is not a great villain, at least not in the movie. Atlas feels like someone that you should want to build up, that should be the background giving orders, looking menacing. Maybe there's a scene in his office where he gives the orders to have some slums destroyed for real estate purposes, or he takes the pension fund for a bunch of miners. Something to establish, fuck, this guy is evil, and we build from there. The action scenes were great until Lilith becomes Superman, sorta, could've, and MacGuffin's everything. Like, her powers are not very well explained or defined. Something I like, flying and shields, cool. But the fact that she can just wave her hand and good things happen almost nullifies everything in the fight. Where is the tension? Also, define what is in the vault. Old tech? Cool. But make it clear that it's dangerous in the wrong hands. Maybe it's tech so advanced it'll kill you. Or maybe it's an ultimate but unstable power source. Does this deviate from the game? Maybe, most likely. But this is a movie and some concessions have to be made for the sake of the writing. This movie started great, but dropped the ball like 6 times in the third act, which really put a damper on things. Nando V Movies mentioned in his film that this movie is getting comparisons to Madame Webb. Like, it was that bad. And no, it's not that bad. This movie is at least watchable to some degree. The action was there. It was a little boring at times, but at least the dialogue was cringe and basic rather than making zero sense. What was that one part? My mother was in the Amazon studying spiders. That's bad. This is not that bad. This does not have half those issues. That said, look, if Borderlands was a Netflix film, it would be good, right? But for a film that's out in theaters, I'd maybe go to a dollar theater to watch this at best. There are definitely a lot of missed opportunities. I imagine they wanted to do this franchise. It's not going to happen. Borderlands, I think the last game came out in, I want to say 2019. Like, the window has passed. It's 10 years too late on this. But yeah, that was my thoughts on Borderlands. What did you... I was going to say like, but let's be honest. What's the most frustrating thing about this film to you Borderlands fans? Let us know down below. We'd really appreciate it. And we'll catch you on next time. We'll see everybody.